Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of New Philadelphia Quaker basketball on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER. Special features in tonight's game include the Dover Philly Heating and Cooling tip-off, the Wendy's starting lineup, the national anthem brought to you by First Federal Community Bank, the Wood Electric Coaches Corner Show, the Commercial and Savings Bank Keys to the Game, the Kemp Insurance Stat Reports, the McInturf Realty Halftime Show, and the Subway Player of the Game. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Newtown Mall, Dover Break, Dover Philly, Your Credit Union, Time and Charm, Hua Refinishing, and your local Lewis Family McDonald's restaurants. Now let's head to the Republic State Mortgage mobile studio for Quaker basketball with Big Z Sports.
Good Saturday evening from Cambridge High School. Welcome to WJER's continuing coverage of high school tournament basketball. Tonight in Guernsey County, Zach Ross's 16-6 Quakers battle Zanesville. I'm Bill Morgan from the Republic State Mortgage mobile studio. Republic State Mortgage, your hometown lender, supporting all of our local communities. Republic State Mortgage in New Philadelphia, thanks to Dan and Ruth Long for making our mobile studios possible. I'm here as always with the coach, Phil Tidrick. Nice looking tan coach. You're just back from, I believe, Mexico. I'm glad you made it back for the Quakers. First of what we are hoping will be many tournament games.
Me too. I'm just glad we made it back. But no, we had no problems. It was 75, 80 every day, so can't really complain. Come home to 30s.
Swimming up to the pool bar and things of that nature?
On occasion.
On occasion. We'll put a check mark by that. Phil, kind of interesting for Zach Ross and company. It has been nearly 2 weeks since they've played a game. Any concerns about the Quakers in that regard headed to action tonight?
You know, you always worry about that, Bill. You know, you always worry, should I play right away? Should I take the bye and try to get healed up? You know, you're kind of in a catch-22, to be honest. But, if you're pretty confident in your team's ability, I don't see where there's a real big problem if you take a bye.
Coming up after the game tonight, Phil and I will name a Subway Player of the Game, brought to you by our great locally owned Subway restaurants, Subway Eat Fresh. Coming up as a Saturday night edition of the High School Hoops pregame show continues, I'll talk with Quaker fourth-year head coach Zach Ross as a part of the Wood Electric Coaches Corner. That's on the way from the Sports Voice in the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 4th Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender.
On your way to catch the Quakers game and everybody's hungry, swing by Subway and score with the sub of the day. Get a fresh 6-inch sub for just $4.99, perfect for busy families on the move. From Meatball Monday to Spicy Italian Sunday, there's a favorite for every fan. For just $2 more, make it a meal with a drink, chips, or cookies. Fast break to flavor, score the sub of the day only at Subway. Proud sponsors of the Player of the Game. Eat fresh, feel good, and go Quakers.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
The Wood Electric Coaches Corner is here on the Sports Voice of the Valley. Division III boys tournament action tonight in Cambridge as New Philadelphia does battle with Zanesville. As always, to be joined Quaker coach Zach Ross. Coach, tournament time, game number one, a team you already played earlier in the season. Does that help in your preparations or not necessarily?
Yeah, I mean, that feels like that was a lifetime ago when we played them. It helps because you're a little bit familiar with them, but at the same time, you got to know that teams change, teams get better, and obviously they just played their best basketball game of the year this past Tuesday. So as long as we have appropriate fear with that, it does help the preparation, as long as we know that it's tournament time right now, and this is why it's everybody's favorite time of the year.
Coach, when you scouted them in the game against Tri-Valley, did you notice any big differences in terms of personnel, scheming, or anything along those lines?
I think they play even harder. They've always played hard. I thought they played extremely hard. I thought they're more disciplined defensively. The past did not give up many easy scores at all. Then offensively, they have a little bit more of an identity of who they are and who they want taking those shots. And they really executed and got the ball to those guys, and they made some big shots down the stretch and really team defended really well.
New Philadelphia head coach Zach Ross on our Wood Electric Coaches Corner ahead of tip-off tonight between New Philadelphia and Zanesville. Coach, you've got a player banged up. T.R. Harriman won't go tonight. Who starts in his place?
You can't replace a T.R. Harriman, but team mindset, next man up. Lincoln Murphy's going to start for us tonight. Obviously, he's got starting experience. And we told our guys, obviously T.R. is a huge part of our team, but so we got to rally together for him. That's what he wants us to do, and we got to just be the best version of ourselves. You don't need to be a superhero tonight just because he's out, but we just all got to make sure that we're the best version of ourselves and helping out and make sure we're representing our team.
Coach, when you talk about the strengths of your team as you X and O getting ready for this game, where do you feel you may have some advantages over Zanesville?
Yeah, I'm hoping our advantages are our culture and our ability to handle hard times. Something that in the last few years that we've slowly but surely gotten a little bit better at dealing with those things right there. So tournament basketball, it's a game of emotions. There's going to be a good crowd. I know Zanesville is going to travel really well. Quaker Faithful will be here, and we got to make sure that we handle those highs and lows, and hopefully we've set ourselves up with that. We got 4 seniors that have played a lot of basketball and rely on their leadership for that.
Coach, if you tell the guys, hey, here's something besides fairness and the stuff to dig on, from an X perspective, maybe one offensive, something you do tonight to advance.
We got to make sure we take care of the basketball against their pressure. They're really trying to create some chaos and force some turnovers. So I think our ability to handle that on the offensive end and dictate that, and then defensively, they don't get any extra opportunities. They're a very good offensive rebounding team. They got 8+ on us last time we played them, so that's a big area of emphasis, and they're probably even better at offensive rebounding since then. So we got to do a really good job of finding our guy, checking out, make sure we're aggressive and go attack the ball.
Coach, because I think positively, I'll be talking to Lucas Ross here in a moment and make sure he runs you up to talk to us after you win tonight.
I hope so. Thank you.
Coach, we appreciate it. Best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's all a part of the Wood Electric Coaches Corner. Coming up next, more of the pregame show with Phil Tidrick and I on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
There's something special about Newtown Mall. It's more than just a place to shop, it's where the community comes together. Whether you're finding the perfect gift, meeting up with friends, or just enjoying a stroll through your favorite stores, it's a great time anytime. With local favorites, familiar faces, and new experiences waiting around every corner, there's always a reason to visit. Stay connected and see what's happening. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram or visit newtownmall.com today.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Hi, this is Doug Peterman. For decades, my family and I have been proud to serve Tuscarawas County with honest work and dependable service. At Peterman Plumbing and Heating, we know your home deserves more than a quick fix. It deserves solutions backed by real experience. From plumbing repairs and sewer jetting to kitchen and bath remodeling, our team brings proven skills to every project. When you call Peterman, you're getting a crew that treats your home like our own every single time. Peterman Plumbing and Heating, plumbing solutions backed by experience.
The Sports Voice of the Valley, about 20 minutes away from tip-off tonight at Cambridge High School as New Philadelphia plays in a Division III district semifinal clash with longtime familiar foe, Zanesville. I'm Bill Morgan with the coach, Phil Tidrick. Coach, tournament time from the players' perspective. Do they look at it any differently? Do they get any more nervous? What is your thoughts as somebody who's played in these games and certainly somebody who's coached in them?
Well, I mean, it can be, because the thing about the tournament is, lose and you go home and it's over. So I think for seniors, it could be a little more pressure added to seniors because they're knowing that it could be their last game. But I think most of the time, when you go into the tournament time, if you're pretty confident about your basketball team and how they're playing, then you really think that you're going to go out and you're going to win the basketball game.
Coach, having said all that, and we'll like to think positively as we normally do about the Quakers, when they win tonight, they'll be at the Convo in Athens coming up Wednesday night against, to some degree, a surprise opponent, the number 1 seed out of the Southeast Miami Trace, knocked off by Marietta last night.
Well, the Quakers played Marietta towards the end of the season, and that was a good squad, and they didn't have their point guard. So, they're a pretty good basketball team, and so the thing the Quakers cannot do is they cannot overlook this basketball game tonight. I watched the Blue Devils play in our gymnasium early in the season. And obviously the Blue Devils have gotten a lot better today throughout the season. And they're going on kind of a roll here close to tournament time, which is when you want to get on a roll, get better and get on a roll.
Coming up as our high school hoops pregame show rolling on with Big Z, along with the Sports Voice of the Valley and Claxon Communications. Tell you more about the Quaker basketball team, 16-6, headed into their tournament tip-off tonight on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uhrichsville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uhrichsville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
In basketball, a game can be won or lost with the right call. Real estate is no different. Hi, this is Jan McInturf, and when it's time to buy or sell a home, the right call is to McInturf Realty. For over 30 years, our team has delivered results, making us your trusted local real estate choice. We're grateful for your continued support and are ready to help you make the right moves in real estate. Visit us online at McInturfRealty.net. Make the call to McInturf Realty.
Feeling uneasy about your finances? Your credit union can help. I'm Katie Steinebry, a certified financial counselor at Dover Philly, and I can help you get back on track financially. Whether you are trying to establish a budget or rebuild credit, I can help. All discussions are confidential and free of charge with your credit union membership. Call Dover Philly today at 330-364-8874 and ask for Katie. At Dover Philly Federal Credit Union, we're people helping people. It's how we thrive together. Join us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
High school hoops with WJER and Big Z Sports, our audio cast tonight. Thanks for joining us in as the Quakers get ready to face off with Zanesville. As we talked about with head coach Zach Ross in his fourth year guiding this Quaker program, one of the big challenges, Phil, tonight, playing without junior guard T.R. Harriman, who's played well all season, really came on toward the end of the campaign, but sprained his ankle in practice early this week.
Yeah, that hurts their depth. But, it takes a starter out, but, Lincoln Murphy, I think, can step in, no problem there. They're just a little bit different type of player. The thing with TR, what he did is he took some pressure off of Reed, because he could handle the ball, bring it down, get everybody into an offense. So from that standpoint, he just does a lot of the little things, quick hands, gets some steals, has some assists. So, that's going to definitely hurt the Quakers. But, as the old mantra goes, next man up.
It is all a part of what's happening tonight in terms of things that could play a role in what happens to the Quakers this evening. A reminder, we are coming to you from the Republic State Mortgage mobile studio. They are your hometown lender supporting all of our local communities. NMLS number 211540 and NMLS ID 62411. Republic State Mortgage, an equal housing lender. Thanks to Dan and Ruth Long for making it all possible. Time now for our commercial and savings bank keys to the game. A proud service all throughout the course of the High School Hoops campaign by CSB, with convenient locations on West High in New Philadelphia, Janaden, Sugar Creek, Bolivar, and other longtime locales, and homes in Stark counties, the commercial and savings bank. Phil, if New Philly wants to get a win tonight, give us a couple of keys for the black and red.
I think one of the things that obviously they have to do is they've got to be able to stop the penetration of Zanesville. They've got some quick guards and some guys who can really get to the rack, and I think the Quakers need to play them tough, make them shoot over an outstretched arm, and no freebies. And then I think the Quakers need to go ahead and try to use their advantage on the inside with 6'6" Aiden Mush Rush, and that'll open up some of the outside as well.
Your commercial and savings bank CSB keys to the game. Brought to you by Commercial and Savings Bank, West High and New Philly, all over Tuscarawas County, with great locations and homes in Stark County as well. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Learn more at CSB1. That's the word one, not the numeral, CSB1.com. Coming up, we'll check our starting lineups and more. It's the Quakers and Zanesville in Cambridge tonight on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Being involved in a fender bender or major collision can be a stressful experience. Let the professionals at Cure Refinishing Company in Dover help you get back on the road as quickly as possible. Our friendly staff will assist you throughout the process, from writing the initial estimate on your vehicle to picking it up when repairs are finished. Cure Refinishing has years of experience working with all major insurance companies, and our talented staff will make sure your repairs are performed correctly with a perfect paint match. Been in an accident? Call Cure Refinishing.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Dr. Nathan Springer, T-County's #1 orthodontic specialist, is accepting new patients and is now proudly offering complimentary consultations. Dr. Springer's dedicated team of dental professionals is committed to creating beautiful, confident smiles from a wide variety of treatment options, from traditional applications to the latest innovative orthodontic advancements, including Invisalign. Join Dr. Nathan Springer's Winning Smile team today. 107 Ray Avenue in New Philadelphia, conveniently located just 2 blocks from New Philadelphia High School.
Just about 8 minutes away from tip-off between New Philadelphia and Zanesville. The game being battled tonight at Cambridge High School. And Phil, for folks who have never been here, a very nice high school facility.
Oh, it is. The the Coach Ford, Gene Ford Court here in Cambridge, named after longtime basketball coach Gene Ford, and well deserving, I will say. I coached in both of the gymnasiums. The old gymnasium against Coach Ford and here against Coach Ford as well. So, it kind of holds a special place in my heart because he was a good friend and still miss him every day.
Well, Coach, for our younger listeners, tell them about Coach Ford's background. We know he was a great coach at Cambridge, but he has T-County roots.
He does. He was born and raised in Midvale, across the alley from one of my uncles, aunt and uncle. So I've known him since a very early age. And he grew up, and he was something. He made himself into a heck of a player, went everywhere with weights on his ankles, chest, and the chest vests as well, and made himself an All-Ohio basketball player. And then he had a stellar 4 years to Muskingum, and came back and started coaching. Shenandoah, I believe, went to Tusky Valley for a couple of years, and then came down and finished out his high school career here in Cambridge.
Time now for our Wendy's starting lineups, brought to you by our Tuscarawas County Wendy's locations. For Zanesville, under the guidance of head coach Cedric Harris, who is a Zanesville guy. He played at Zanesville under Hall of Fame coach Scott Aaronholt, and while Coach Aaronholt may be retired, you'd think he was still on the coaching staff, based it for no other reason, the way his guys are dressed, just like Coach Aaronholt would do back in the day.
Yeah, they were always, shirt and tie and coat for sure. And that was so restrictive. I tried that a couple of times, but that didn't go well with the old coats and ties. Ties in my road, the coat's too restricting. So, but that's what they've always done at Zanesville.
The starting lineups for the Blue Devils, wearing 0, 5'11" senior guard C.J. Whitfield. Number 20, Jace Hicks, 6'2", and a senior. Number 2, Luca Wood, a 5'11" junior. Number 24, 6'2" senior, Amarius Jackson. And number 3, Jordan Cooley, a 6'4" senior. For the New Philadelphia Quakers, led by fourth-year head coach Zach Ross, 16-6 on the year. Number 1 in the front court, Isaac Roman Willie, the 6'2" senior. Number 30, Aiden Mushrush, 6'6" and a senior. And filling in for the injured T.R. Harriman, number 23, 6'2" junior, Lincoln Murphy. Number 12, Jackson Martini, a 6'5" sophomore, and the point guard, number 4, Reed Wells, 5'8", and a senior. Those are your Wendy's starting lineups. Thanks to Emily and Chris Lane sponsoring our starting lineups at our Wendy's locations all across Tuscarawas County. Wendy's, where their recipe is quality. One final timeout on the pregame show, then it's all the play-by-play action. The Quakes and Zanesville in Cambridge tonight on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans.
Learn more about First Federal Community Bank at firstfed.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
At Dover Philly Heating and Cooling in downtown Dover, they know the best advertising is a satisfied customer. That's why they guarantee customer satisfaction with every job. Check out DoverPhillyHVAC.com to read real reviews from real customers who were really satisfied.
This is Jim Moser. As the only designated trained comfort specialist in Tuscarawas County, my team and I will provide honest and knowledgeable service to keep your family comfortable year-round.
If you need service or a new system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling at 330-343-5511.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
Both the Quakers and Zanesville finishing their warm-ups ahead of the tip-off tonight. I'm Bill Morgan with the coach, Phil Tidrick, and we are getting ready to see what should be a great clash between two longtime rivals. I don't know really how much of a rivalry it was, but when both these teams were in the East Central Ohio League, they would see each other twice every year, once in Muskingum County and once, of course, in Tuscarawas County at the home of the Quakers. Certainly a vocal crowd tonight. Our broadcast location at Cambridge is on the Zanesville side, so if you tend to hear more cheering if and when the Blue Devils make a big play, that's why. New Philadelphia on the opposite side of the floor. Coming up after the contest tonight, Phil and I will name a Subway player of the game, as we do following each Quaker broadcast. Subway with locations, of course, in New Philadelphia, Dover, Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and all across the area. Subway, eat fresh. If the Quakers win tonight, they would advance on to the district championship game in Division III. That'll be played at the Convo in Athens coming up Wednesday night. You, of course, would hear that game right here on WJER. And interestingly enough, for New Philly, it would be their second consecutive game in the tournament against an opponent they played in the regular season. Going to go down to the floor momentarily and hear the national anthem ahead of tip-off tonight. Now, Zanesville's already played a tournament game earlier in the week, Bill. They picked up a victory over Tri-Valley, something that I think surprised some people.
Yeah, for sure. And, I watched some of the highlights that were on, on WHIZ, I believe. And, it looks like the Zanesville team, from what I can see, is a lot different than the Zanesville team that the New Philadelphia Quakers played early in the year.
And, of course, those two schools, for those who may not be aware, they're pretty big rivals in terms of Zanesville and Tri-Valley. Basically, those school districts kind of run up against each other. So that was a big-time rivalry. And interestingly enough, their two girls' teams played in the girls' tourney about a week and a half ago as well. As we go down to the floor to hear tonight's national anthem being brought to you on the Sports Voice of the Valley by our friends at First Federal Community Bank. The national anthem just ahead of tip-off, brought to you as it is for every high school hoops game with Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley by First Federal Community Bank. Begin your financial future with First Federal Community Bank, investing in our communities since 1898. First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC. And Phil, as broadcasters, as fans, you as a coach and a player, you've heard lots of national anthems.
Yes.
And we've, like it or not to have to say this, we've heard lots of bad national anthems. That was Josie Thomas, a student at Cambridge High School. And Phil, that was pretty impressive.
She's pretty good. Yeah, I really don't like the I like to hear somebody singing live. And, the ones that we've heard that have been live this year have all been really good. And so that just adds to me as part of the thing growing up with kids in the choir classes and things like that. I think that's awesome.
With the Quakers being the higher seed, they'll wear their home white uniforms with black letters and numbers trimmed in red, Zanesville, and their traveling royal blues with white letters and numbers. Zanesville fans coming to their feet as the Blue Devil starters are about to be introduced here on the Gene Ford Court. Now, Phil, having said all that we've said about both these teams, the pregame show, my understanding is that you are looking forward after the game to getting a piece of peanut butter pie from Theo's in Cambridge.
Oh, yeah, my wife and her friends came down early, and they went to Theo's. And I told my wife, make sure you bring me home a piece of peanut butter pie. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
The lights are out. The spotlight shining right now on the Zanesville bench, where they are led by head coach Cedric Harris. And boy, Coach Harris, certainly a challenging job. When you replace Phil, a Hall of Famer, which is what he did, and Scott Aaronholt, obviously always challenges in that regard.
Well, it sure does. I mean, everybody's going to expect, and, they're two entirely different people. And Coach Harris has had some, he's had some seasons that haven't been the greatest season in the world, but he's kept at it, and he's got the kids coming around at just the right time this year for sure.
Our McInturf Realty halftime report will roll your way after the first two quarters, thanks to Jan and his team at McInturf Realty all season long for bringing you the halftime report, stats, scoring updates, and more. McInturf Realty, conveniently located on Tuscarawas Avenue in New Philly. When you're ready to make the call on buying or selling real estate in the Valley, make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD. Well, the starters have been introduced. Phil, you and I recognize certainly two of the three officials. Jose Davis, who during his time as a high school athlete was absolutely tremendous, and he's become a darn good official.
Yeah, he really is. And I'll take Scott Anders anytime also. I'm not particularly sure who the third official is. I've seen him, and I suppose if somebody told me, I'd recognize him because I'm sure he's been around for a while. But yeah, you can't go wrong there.
It is Aiden Mushrush at 6'6" for our Dover Philly Heating and Cooling opening tip-off to go up against C.J. Whitfield of Zanesville. Jose Davis throws the ball up, and Aiden tips the ball over, and it's now controlled, however, by Zanesville. They'll have the rock first. This game just underway. With the basketball, Cooley works it into the hands of Wood. Now baseline drive. C.J. Whitfield flips the shot up, down low left, no good. Aiden Mushrush clearing the glass for New Philadelphia. The first possession, Zanesville scoreless. The Quakers now with their first possession of this Saturday night matchup. Aiden Mushrush, left block, works his way into the paint, bounces it over right side to Lincoln Murphy. Now back to Mushrush. He has his pocket picked by C.J. Whitfield, and the Blue Devils come the other way. Whitfield to the baseline, lost the basketball, regained it, Threw it out into the hands of Cooley on the left wing. Cooley back to Whitfield, who came to get the basketball left of the center circle. Dumps it over to Wood. Wood going to put it on the floor, waist high, left-handed dribble. We are scoreless a minute in. New Philly and Zanesville. Whitfield controlling the ball, averages 12 points per game. The senior guard dribbles all the way over into the right corner. Whitfield guarded by Lincoln Murphy. Now the ball to Wood. Wood going to get it to Cooley. He'll gun a three. That's off the back of the rim. No good. And Lincoln Murphy comes down with the Quaker board. So 3 possessions collectively between these two teams. Never a point so far. Quakers with their second possession. Reed Wells goes right wing to Martini. Jackson swings it back out to Reed on the right sideline in front of the Zanesville bench. Now back to Martini. Jack goes to the free throw line. Now dumps it inside to Mushrush. A little jumper with the left hand up and in from 6 feet away. And the Quakers take an early 2-0 advantage on the Mushrush hoop. Quakers 2-0 lead, 6:02 to play. Luca Wood driving in toward the right side of the lane, and a whistle and a foul on the Quakers. Reed Wells.
You know, that's the one thing that Wood's going to try to do every time he gets the ball. He's going to try to attack, and he's going to initiate the contact. So Reed's got to be able to make sure that he's very careful defensively.
The ball's inbounded to Luca Wood. Wood goes left corner back to C.J. Whitfield. Whitfield going to put it on the floor. Guarded by Reed Wells. Now the ball rotated out. Cooley going to triple and hit it from just right of the key, and he's already talking trash. Relax, Jordan. It's a minute into the first quarter. 3-2 Zanesville. Quakers with the basketball, down by 1. 5:30 to go in the opening period. Isaac Roman Willie throws a pass, and that's picked off by Jordan Cooley. Into the front court come the Blue Devils. Wood with it on the right wing. Top of the key to Cooley. Swings it over left side to Whitfield. Whitfield, quick pass into the corner left side to Hicks. 5:10 to go. The ball in the corner. A three-point shot, no good. Jackson Martini with the ball. Fires it to midcourt. Driving in, Isaac Roman Willie, who lays it up and in. So our second lead change already. The Quakers up 4-3. Hicks with the basketball, swings it out to Wood. Wood high on the right. Back in the corner to Hicks. He'll put up a three-point shot, no good, and a whistle and I believe a foul. And it will be against the Marius Jackson coming over the back of a Quaker. 4-3 New Philadelphia. 4:45 to play. Quakers will inbound as Quinn Miller checks in. And the Blue Devils going to apply backcourt pressure, including on the inbounder, Miller. I don't know what we're waiting for, but Quakers inbound to Jackson Martini. Backcourt right sideline, back to Quinn Miller. Now off to Reed Wells. Reed going to walk the ball up the floor. First team all OCC'er, Reed Wells, the talented senior point guard. He'll come to the top of the key. Now off to Martini. Martini to the left of the key. Back over to Reed. Reed between the circles. He'll put it on the floor, swing it back over left side. Jackson Martini, three ball, look good, shot no good. Cooley of Zanesville with the rebound. Swings it out to Wood. Wood into the front court. He'll triple from the left wing. No good. Quakers doing a good job on the defensive glass. Just one chance so far for Zanesville. Ada Mushrush had that board. Jackson Martini slicing to the bucket, puts it off the glass, and in the 6'5" sophomore with his first hoop. And the Quakers lead it 6-3 on the Jackson Martini deuce.
That's a nice move by Martini. That should have been an and one.
Luca Wood driving in, layup try no good. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Lincoln Murphy. That will send Zanesville to the free throw line. Almost wholesale substitutions coming for Cedric Harris and the Blue Devils. Wood, 5'11" and a junior. Quakers leading Zanesville 6-3, misses the first free throw. We'll reset the Zanesville 5 momentarily. On the floor for the Quakers, Martini, Aiden Mushrush at 6'5" and 6'6", 6'2" Lincoln Murphy, 6'2" Quinn Miller, and 5'8" all-conference player Reed Wells. Wood's second toss, that's airborne and in. New Philly 7, Zanesville 3. It should be 4. It's 6-4. They've got it corrected on the scoreboard. And the Quakers turned the ball over, tried to throw it the length of the court, and it went out of bounds. Phil, your thoughts?
My thoughts are get the ball in bounds. You know, because once you get it in bounds, they're falling back. So just get the ball in bounds. He wasn't that wide open. So
Zanesville looking to inbound, and they do. Schauger with it, gets it to Wood. Wood spins into the paint. Nice look down low, but misses the shot. Again, the Quakers, great job on the glass. One and done. Aiden Mushrush with the rebound. Quakers up by a pair, 6-4. 3:30 to go, and certainly this Zanesville team we're seeing in the early going a lot better than the team we saw earlier in the season. Quinn Miller with the basketball, spins down to the left block, throws it back out left side to Reed Wells. Wells back to Quinn, left wing. Quinn dribbles to the free throw line, gets bumped, no call, and gets it back to Reed Wells just in front of the center circle. 3:05 to play in the first quarter. New Philly 6, Zanesville 4. Reed Wells with it, left wing. Moves into the paint, jumps it up from 14, bangs off the back of the glass, no good. Mushrush the rebound, his putback tries a miss, but Aiden's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair, and Aiden so far, Phil, doing a nice job on the glass.
he is. And that's the way that's the game he has to play. You know, he's got quick jumping ability, he's got long arms, and they just he needs to keep doing what he's doing.
His first of 2 off the back of the rim and no good. The 6'6 senior will get a second toss. His younger brother, Harper Mushrush, at 6'4, comes off the bench. Aiden's second shot, no good. Wow. And Aiden Mushrush going to be called for a foul. I don't know about that.
It was a frustration foul. He pushed him in the middle of the back. But it isn't anything worse than we didn't see down here, you know, defensively with the body contacts either.
6-4. Quakers up by 2. Quakers haven't scored in a while. Now Zanesville trying to dump it inside, and they do to Jason Schauger, but the 6'5 senior called for traveling. So through the first 5 minutes and 17 seconds, not exactly a scoring fest between the Quakers and the Blue Devils. Quakes inbounding. Lincoln Murphy's got it to the backcourt of it to Jackson Martini. He fires, front court, right corner to Quinn Miller, back out to Jack in the right corner. Jack powers his way down the right baseline, puts it high off the glass, just won't roll down for the 6'5 sophomore. Zanesville the rebound, they move it the other way. Luca Wood spinning. Maybe a foul going to be called on the Quakers. No, instead traveling on Zanesville. So we've been stuck at 6-4 for a while now. Quakers up by a pair. C.J. Whitfield getting ready to check back in for the Blue Devils. He will come in along with Trent Spies. Zanesville going to apply full court pressure. Lincoln Murphy to inbound. Joining him right now in the backcourt, Reed Wells and Jackson Martini. Ball inbounded, left side to Reed. Reed going to be picked up by C.J. Whitfield. Point guard on point guard. 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Reed crosses into the front court, throws it just above the top of the key to Quinn Miller. Miller, right side to Jackson Martini, whistles a pass inside to Isaac Roman. Willie misses the layup, and the rebound grabbed by Zanesville, and the ball stolen away by the Quakers. Into the front court they come. Isaac Roman Willie, left wing, hands it back to Reed Wells. Wells going to put it on the floor, dump it back out on the left side to Murphy. Murphy penetrates, gets bumped, has to slow down, gives it up to Quinn Miller. Quinn jumps it up from 12, dances off the back of the rim, no good. Isaac Roman Willie the rebound, the ball poked away, bodies all over the floor. Quakers come up with the rock. Jackson Martini going to shoot for 3. That shot no good, and the Quakers missing offensive opportunities. That time the ball rebounded by Amarius Jackson of Zanesville. 1:20 to play in the first quarter. Quakers leading the Blue Devils 6-4. 2 lead changes so far here in the opening period. Bill Morgan with the coach, Phil Tidrick. Whitfield with the basketball. Gets it over to Angler. Angler dribbling to the free throw line, down the paint, dribbled the ball off his own knee, and out of bounds, Quaker basketball.
I'll say one thing, there's been some pretty good defense play, physical defense at both ends. You know, Quakers have missed some easy shots.
On the floor for the Quakers, couple of substitutions in for the first time tonight. Football quarterback, Parker Rieger. He will play theoretically more tonight with T.R. Harriman out with the high ankle sprain. Reed Wells with the basketball in the backcourt. Under a minute to play in the first. Wells comes into the front court, being ball hawked by C.J. Whitfield. Dumps it over to Rieger. Rieger left wing, comes toward the top of the key, passes right wing to Jackson Martini. Jack going to dribble to the right baseline, pull it back out. Trying to get some help, nearly threw it away, but Aiden Mushrush comes to help him and gets the ball. Mush hands it back toward the center circle to Reed Wells. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter, 6-4 Quakers. The ball goes from Wells high right to Martini, 20 seconds to go. Now to Quinn Miller. Miller standing just to the right of the center circle, that big Bobcat tall print in the middle of the floor. In royal blue. Now to Reed Wells, 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Reed dribbling, gets it over to Mushrush. Mushrush to Martini. He will triple and bury it at the first quarter buzzer. A huge three by Jackson Martini gives the Quakers a 5-point lead after 9-4 New Philadelphia on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender.
On your way to catch the Quakers game and everybody's hungry, swing by Subway and score with the sub of the day. Get a fresh 6-inch sub for just $4.99, perfect for busy families on the move. From Meatball Monday to Spicy Italian Sunday, there's a favorite for every fan. For just $2 more, make it a meal with a drink, chips, or cookies. Fast break to flavor, score the sub of the day only at Subway. Proud sponsors of the player of the game. Eat fresh, feel good, and go Quakers.
After one quarter, our audio cast with WJER and Big Z Sports on the Big Z YouTube page. New Philadelphia leading 9-4, and Phil, we'll see if that triple by Jack is a big momentum shift for NPHS.
Yeah, it should be, because, you know, neither team had scored for quite a long period of time. It was kind of a Frito offensive display by both teams.
Quakers with the basketball to start quarter number 2. Martini to the free throw line. He's cut off, shuffles off a pass right side. Now the Quakers throw it away. C.J. Whitfield going to drive to the hoop and lay it up and in. A 12-point per game score, his first two. 9-6. New Philly, 30 seconds into quarter number 2. Reed Wells with the basketball, dribbling high right in the front court, spins into the paint. That ball poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by C.J. Whitfield. Isaac Roman Willie checking in for New Philly. He'll replace Quinn Miller, so it's Roman Willie, Aiden Mushrush, Jackson Martini, along with Reed Wells and Lincoln Murphy on the floor for the Quakes. The ball into Wells. Wells penetrating to the free throw line, tries to bounce it inside. Roman Willie saves it, gets it back out to Jack. He'll triple from the left corner, off the rim, no good. Long rebound, right corner to Lincoln Murphy. Murphy out to Reed Wells. Wells going to come to the free throw line, cut off by Cooley. Out to Murphy. Murphy, right corner, his pass to Roman Willie. Now to Wells, over to Jackson Martini. He slashes into the paint, stops, flips it up with the right-handed in. Jackson Martini, he's got 7 of New Philly's 11, and the Quakers lead it 11-6. Luca Wood going to drive the left side. His shot no good. Lincoln Murphy the rebound. And then a whistle and a foul. Now the officials are going to discuss it. That call's going to go on Lincoln Murphy. And Zach Ross says, "Are you kidding me?" 24 was all over Murph. That's his second. And that might have been a situation, Phil, where maybe you call a double foul because Lincoln did swing his elbow, but it was Amarius Jackson that was all over him as he did it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I guess you've got to take. They're trying to protect the players. To me, if a guy gets all up in your face, I'm sorry, you have a right to pivot. And if they get hit with an elbow, they get hit with an elbow.
Zanesville calls for time. 6:43 to play in the first half. New Philly 11, Zanesville 6 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
New Philadelphia leading Zanesville 11-6, 6:43 to play in the second quarter. We just heard from one of our longtime sports partners at WJER, Larry Wood and his team at Wood Electric. So thanks to Larry for, again, being a part of our broadcast. Zanesville with the basketball after the foul call on New Philly. Jace Hicks to inbound, left baseline. Goes to Luca Wood in the left corner. He throws it out high left to C.J. Whitfield. Whitfield back over. Three-point shot rattling around the rim and in from Jace Hicks. That cuts the Quaker lead to 2, 11-9. And one of the things New Philly really has to be conscious of with Whitfield's ability to penetrate, and Reed Wells so far guarding him most of the time. Reed's already got a foul. And with T.R. Harriman not playing tonight, Quakers have got to be careful that Reed doesn't pick up another foul. Jackson Martini goes right corner. Parker Rieger gonna stroke a three and bury a three ball for Parker Rieger. 14-9. Parker's triple, the first in the second quarter, second for the Quakers in the half. Now, anything you get in the scoring department from Parker, that's a bonus, and he provided at that time, the talented junior. Zanesville nearly throws it away, but Luca Wood recovers it. Goes into the paint, flips it up, dances off the rim, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by Amarius Jackson as he and Reed Wells, at about 7 inches shorter, battled for the rebound along the left baseline. 14-9, New Philly leading and with the ball. Inbounded to Reed Wells. Reed at three-quarter court, dribbling waist high with the left hand, crosses midcourt. Bounces it to Isaac Roman Willie. His pass, right wing Jackson Martini, a long-range three, rattles in and out, no good. That ball rebounded by the Zanesville Blue Devils and their tall senior at 6'4", and he's thick and strong, Jordan Cooley. Nearly 3 minutes into the second period. Amarius Jackson penetrating, cut off, loses the ball. Reed Wells credited with the steal, but Jackson Martini forced it. Into the front court come the Quakers. Reed Wells, top of the key. Let's see if they can make Zanesville pay for the turnover there. Reed trying to get it in the low post. He does. Mush rush. Got it to Isaac Roman Willie, who dropped the basketball. Quaker turnover. Luca Wood lost it, regained it, throws it out. Amarius Jackson will triple. That's off the back of the rim, no good. The Quakers again getting the job done on the defensive glass. Jackson Martini the rebound. Jackson's got it, drives the right baseline, cut off by Jackson, throws it back out to Reed Wells. Wells dumps it down low to Mush Rush. And then a whistle and a reach-in foul on Zanesville's Jordan Cooley. I'll credit the Quaker defense so far tonight. Here we are about midway through the second quarter. Zanesville has a whopping total of 3 field goals so far.
Yeah, well, the Quakers that don't have a whole heck of a lot more.
But they're up by 5.
They are.
Quakers with the ball. Reed Wells, top of the key, thought about a three, penetrates down the right side of the lane, got it to a cutting Martini. Jackson lays it up, shot no good. Aiden Mushrush the rebound, the putback, shot no good, but Aiden's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. The 6'6" senior. Got a note from Aiden's mom, Mandy, and he and younger brother Harper kind of looking forward to their grandparents, Bill and Mary, who haven't been able to make it to a game this year, hopefully being here tonight, and they are. Aiden's first shot from the line, no good off the back of the rim. 4:12 to play before our McInturf Realty halftime report. Aiden, so far tonight, 2 points, a number of boards for the senior. His second shot from the free throw line, rattling around the rim and in. 15-9 New Philly. Right now, the 6-point advantage they have, their biggest so far tonight. C.J. Whitfield going to come into the front court and be picked up by Reed Wells. Dumps it left of the key to Luca Wood. Wood dribbles to the top of the key, throws it back over to Whitfield on the left side wing. Whitfield driving in, gets a pass. Off to a teammate, but quickly back to Whitfield. Whitfield double teamed out on top, gets it to Cooley. Cooley off to Luca Wood. Pronounced the same as the Luca Star from Los Angeles, spelled differently. And he drives down the paint, flips it up and in. Finger roll style with the left hand, Luca Wood. 15-11, Quakers up by 4. Reed Wells driving in from the right side. He's at the free throw line, swings it over to Quinn Miller, right side. Quinn penetrates into the paint, flips it up with the left hand, won't go down, but Quinn gets the offensive rebound. Off to Aiden Mushrush. He jumps it up and in. The big fella from 15 feet. And the Quakers lead back to a half dozen. 17-11, 3:03 to play in the first half. C.J. Whitfield with the basketball, front court, just in front of the center circle, dribbles it down to the right wing. Penetrates right side, lost the ball, regained it. Whitfield looking for some help, finds it in Maddox Moeller. Moeller flips it back out to Wood now. Wood to the free throw line, puts his shoulder down, knocks Quinn Miller down, and Quinn's called for the block.
Bad call. That was a bad call.
That was a bad call.
He was straight up in front. You can't let guys just lower their shoulder and run over people.
So the foul on the Quakers. It's Quinn Miller's first. The ball inbounded to Jace Hicks. Hicks now throws it out to Moeller between the circles. He gets it over to Wood. Wood quick again lowers that shoulder. Shot blocked, and a foul going to be called again, I believe, on Quinn Miller. I guess if you're Zach Ross, at some point in time you say to the officials, hey, can you watch two and lowering the shoulder? Wood to the free throw line. He hit 1 of 2 in the first quarter. He's got 3 so far, 17-11 New Philly. Wood's second shot dances all around the rim and goes in. 17-12. Wells, Parker Rieger, Quinn Miller, Jackson Martini, and Aiden Mushrush on the floor. Wood hits the second right now. Zanesville's leading scorer. As a matter of fact, he's the only Blue Devil so far that's scored more than once. He's got a field goal and 3 free throws. 17-13, Quakers leading and with the ball. Aiden Mushrush going to get a brief break on the bench as Jackson Martini inbounds to Reed Wells. Quakers essentially playing 7 guys right now. 17-13 as Wells, guarded by Whitfield, comes into the front court, dribbles to the right sideline in front of the Zanesville bench. Over to Quinn Miller. Miller in the high post to Jackson Martini, puts it on the floor. Jackson's cut off. And then a whistle and a foul going to be called on Maddox Moeller of Zanesville. Cedric Harris looking at the official saying, what is going on? So Luca Wood going to check back in after probably all of about 12 seconds of game action, getting a rest on the bench. He replaces Moeller. Quakers will inbound right baseline. They lead by 4, 17-13. 2:07 to play. The ball inbounded to Parker Rieger. Rieger, free throw line right side extended, now comes to the top of the key. Flips it back out to Reed Wells. Wells right to the center circle, looks back to the play call from fourth-year head coach Zach Ross on the bench. Reed penetrating, lays it high off the glass and in. Reed's first bucket tonight, 19-13 Quakers. Let's see if the Quakes can get a big stop here and extend that lead to 8 or more. Wood penetrating, goes into the right corner, three-point shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. Martini comes away with it after the ball got tipped by Rieger. And as that ball went into Wells' hand, C.J. Whitfield going to be called for a foul. So both point guards, New Phillies, Reed Wells, C.J. Whitfield, the respective leaders of their teams with a foul apiece with 93 seconds to play in the first half. Quinn Miller looking to inbound and does. Backcourt right corner to Wells. Reed going to walk it across midcourt. Whitfield will pick him up. Reed down to the right wing, top of the key to Isaac, Roman, Willie. Willie to a cutting Jackson Martini. Nice pump fake. Got the defender off his foot. Jackson put it up and in. Jack's got 9 in the first half. The Quakers lead by 8.
Yeah, that was a nice backdoor pass. You know, it didn't look like he had it, but the defense had his back to the ball. So on that bounce pass, Jackson Martini was able to pick it up.
And as Zanesville started to walk the ball up the floor, Phil, they turned it over. Quakers going to get the ball back. Up by 8, 1:08 to play in the half. Reed Wells going to come into the front court, get it to Isaac Roman. Willie at the free throw line. Isaac, the 6'2 senior, swings it back over to Martini. Martini going to put it on the floor, had the ball poked away. It's C.J. Whitfield with the rock. He lobs it to Amarius Jackson. Jackson lost it, regained it, kicked it out. Luka Wood will shoot for 3. That shot no good. C.J. Whitfield high for the rebound. 42 seconds to play in the half. The Blue Devils going to spread the floor under head coach Cedric Harris. Luka Wood hanging onto the ball, left of the center circle. Parker Rieger out there to guard him. The Quakes again playing without T.R. Harriman, the key junior guard, a high ankle sprain. 20 seconds to go. Well, Philly will sit back in defense with an 8-point lead. They get it to C.J. Whitfield. Whitfield takes the bounce pass. Standing in the center circle. Quaker fans on the opposite side of the floor coming to their feet. They get it to Wood. Wood going to put it on the floor, steps back, a 3, and hits it as the first half comes to a close. After 16 minutes of back and forth basketball in Cambridge, we've reached the half. New Philadelphia leading 21-16 time now for our McInturf Realty halftime report. Brought to you by Jan McInturf and his team at McInturf Realty, Tuscarawas Avenue in New Philadelphia. The Quakers 21, Zanesville 16 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Think Newtown Mall is just for shopping? Think again. With a great mix of local favorites and national brands, it's the perfect place to find what you need and discover something new. Whether you're checking out the latest trends, grabbing a bite to eat, or just enjoying the atmosphere, it's a great time anytime. Make a day of it, bring a friend, and experience the mall like never before. Stay in the loop. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and visit newtownmall.com to see what's happening.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Feeling uneasy about your finances? Your credit union can help. I'm Katie Steinebry, a certified financial counselor at Dover Philly, and I can help you get back on track financially. Whether you are trying to establish a budget or rebuild credit, I can help. All discussions are confidential and free of charge with your credit union membership. Call Dover Philly today at 330-364-8874 and ask for Katie. At Dover Philly Federal Credit Union, we're people helping people. It's how we thrive together. Join us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
In basketball, a game can be won or lost with the right call. Real estate is no different. Hi, this is Jan McInturf, and when it's time to buy or sell a home, the right call is to McInturf Realty. For over 30 years, our team has delivered results, making us your trusted local real estate choice. We're grateful for your continued support and are ready to help you make the right moves in real estate. Visit us online at McInturfRealty.net. Make the call to McInturf Realty.
Running a business is challenging, but managing your finances shouldn't be. This is Carrie Miller, Cash Management Officer at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that time is money, which is why we offer a suite of cash management solutions designed to streamline your operations. From online banking to merchant services, we have the tools you need to keep your business moving forward. Visit our website at csb1.com or call 800-654-9015 to learn more. The Commercial and Savings Bank, your partner in success, member FDIC.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender.
Welcome into the Mackin Turf Realty Halftime Report from Cambridge High School in our Republic State Mortgage mobile studio. Thanks to Ruth and Dan Long at Republic State Mortgage. They are your hometown lender supporting all of our local communities. New Philadelphia outscored Zanesville 9-4 in the opening quarter, and then the two teams would battle to a 12-12 deadlock in the second quarter to get us to where we are at now, a 21-16 Quaker advantage on the scoreboard at the half. Coming up as our Mackin Turf Halftime Realty Report rolls on, it is our Kemp Insurance stat update at the half. New Philadelphia leading Zanesville 21-16 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At Dover Philly Heating and Cooling in downtown Dover, they know the best advertising is a satisfied customer. That's why they guarantee customer satisfaction with every job. Check out DoverPhillyHVAC.com to read real reviews from real customers who were really satisfied.
This is Jim Moser. As the only designated trained comfort specialist in Tuscarawas County, my team and I will provide honest and knowledgeable service to keep your family comfortable year-round.
If you need service or a new system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling at 330-343-5511.
The Mackin Turf Halftime Realty Report rolling along. New Philly leading Zanesville 21-16. Time now for our Kemp Insurance Stat Update, brought to you by Don and Nathan Kemp at Kemp Insurance, East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or life insurance, it's Kemp Insurance in New Philadelphia. The coach, Phil Tidrick, in now with a look at our team halftime numbers.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill. For the visiting Blue Devils from Zanesville in the first half, 2 of 7 inside that three-point line, 29%. 3 of 10 beyond the three-point line, 30%. 5 of 17, 29% from the floor in the first half for the Blue Devils. 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 75%. 7 boards, 6 turnovers, 2 assists. For your New Philadelphia Quakers in the first half, 7 of 14 from inside that three-point line, 50%. 2 of 6 behind the arc, 33%. 9 of 20 from the floor in the first half, 45%. 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 25%. 13 rebounds, 6 turnovers, and 5 assists. And we'll take a quick break and come back with individual scoring tonight. Zanesville, New Philadelphia, sectional district semis.
To be a success in basketball, it takes a team effort, a smart coach, a take-charge starting lineup, and cooperation. And the same is true when it comes to insurance. Your local insurance agents, Nathan and Don Kemp, and the team at Kemp Insurance are dedicated to providing a strong lineup of plans for a winning future. Let Kemp Insurance provide you with all-star coverage for your auto, home, farm, business, and life. For a secure financial future, get the winning team at Kemp Insurance on your side. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years. East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Excuse me. Welcome back to halftime report here at Gene Ford Court, beautiful Cambridge, Ohio. Individual scoring, first for the Zanesville Blue Devils. They were led by their leading scorer, 5'11" junior Luca Wood. 2-point goal, 3-point goal, and 3 throws for 8. C.J. Whitfield with a 2-point goal for 2. Jordan Cooley hit a triple for 3. Jace Hicks hit a triple for 3 to round out the scoring for the Blue Devils. For New Philadelphia in the first half, they were led in the first half by 6'5" sophomore Jackson Martini. 3 2-point goals, a 3-point goal, 9 points. Aiden Mushrush, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 throw, 5 points. Parker Rigger hit a triple for 3. Reed Wells had a bucket for 2. Isaac Roman Willie had a bucket for 2. Leading rebounders in the first half, you had Aiden Mushrush with 5. Bill?
The Kemp Insurance Stat Update brought to you by Nathan and Don Kemp at Kemp Insurance. They're located on East High in New Philadelphia. Whether you're talking auto, home, life, or crop insurance, because at Kemp, they know how important agriculture is to Tuscarawas County. Don, Nathan, or any of the friendly folks at Kemp Insurance will give you a free quote coming up first thing on Monday morning. Phil, if we want to talk about what New Philly has to do to finish tonight, they're up by 5 as we get ready for the third quarter to start. What do you visualize as the most important things for the black and red when this second half gets underway?
Well, obviously what they've done is they've become very, very patient with the basketball. The Quakers have. And, because they're going up against some tough, physical, man-to-man defense with Zanesville in the first half. But they just, against teams that play real tough defense, to me, what you got to do is be very patient. And then what you do is at some point you're going to wear somebody down or somebody's going to miss an assignment, and you might get an easy hoop. So I think they need to do that. And then at the other end, I think they need to do the same thing defensively that they did in the first half. Luca Wood got off a little bit, especially with that 3 right there at the buzzer. But I thought all in all the Quakers defensively were pretty doggone good, against the Blue Devils that only give up 1 offensive rebound, which I think is a real plus.
Certainly one of our other big coverage schools with WJER Sports, the Dover Crimson Tornadoes. They, like New Philadelphia, are at the half. They are leading down in St. Clairsville over Steubenville, 30-28 in that matchup. To start the second half for the Quakers, Isaac Roman Willie, Aiden Mushrush, Lincoln Murphy, Jackson Martini, and Reed Wells, the same 5 that started the game for Zach Ross. It'll be Luca Wood, C.J. Whitfield, along with Jace Hicks, Amarius Jackson, and Jordan Cooley for Zanesville, and the Blue Devils will have the basketball to start quarter number 3. Quakers up by 5. C.J. Whitfield, left of the key, top of the key to Luca Wood. Wood going to get it back to Jordan Cooley, who had a triple in the first half. Goes back over to Wood, right side. Maybe a defensive change. We see Reed Wells now out on Luca Wood. Whitfield shot, driving, rejected by Lincoln Murphy. Amarius Jackson, the rebound, flips it up, hangs on the rim, won't go down. Aiden Mushrush clearing the glass for New Philadelphia. A good look, but they couldn't knock it down. Zanesville Quakes with the basketball for the first time in quarter number 3. Reed Wells dribbling just to the right of the center circle. He's guarded by Luca Wood. He'll bounce it in the high post to Isaac Roman Willie. Isaac, right of the key, back to Reed Wells. Now to Aiden Mushrush. Works his way into the paint. has the ball poked away, lost it in the paint. Quaker turnover. Now with that big 6'6" frame, spin to the bucket and shoot the basketball. 21-16. Quakes with the lead. Blue Devils with the basketball. Luca Wood, right sideline in front of the Zanesville bench. Goes in the corner. C.J. Whitfield, left side. He'll triple that shot. No good. Jackson Martini high to clear the rebound for New Philly. The sophomore into the front court. Spins. That ball loose in the paint. Reed Wells covered it, fortunately for New Philly. Reed down low to Aiden Mushrush, and then a whistle and a foul going to be called on Amarius Jackson for coming over the back of Aiden Mushrush. 21-16, Quakers up by 5, a minute and 38 seconds into the third quarter. Bill Morgan with the coach, Bill Tidrick. Quakers inbound to Lincoln Murphy. He fires it back into the left corner to Martini. Martini back to Murph. He'll back it out, get the ball into the hands of Reed Wells. Nobody has scored so far here in the third quarter, nearly 2 minutes in. Wells with it, drives the left baseline, throws it out to Mushrush, dumps it down low to Isaac Roman. Willie, he kicks it out left corner. Reed Wells going to triple. That is short, no good. That ball rebounded by Jace Hicks of Zanesville. Goes to Luca Wood. He'll drive in, lay it up and in, and a whistle and a foul on Aiden Mushrush. So with that lay-in and an and one opportunity coming, Wood now in double figures to Cedric Harris's team with 10. In the first half, Luca Wood, 3 of 4 at the line. Now make it 4 of 5. He's got 11. The Quaker lead trimmed to 2. 21-19. Quakes with the basketball. 5:45 to play in the third quarter. Wells into the front court, hands off on the right wing to Isaac Roman Willie. Willie fighting his way into the paint, flips it up, shot no good. Ball tipped around, long rebounded Jackson Martini, right side wing. Jackson gets to Mushrush. He passes left wing. Lincoln Murphy will triple and absolutely bury it from the left side. Murph with the triple, 24-19 Quakers, and that bucket by Lincoln Murphy, his first of the night.
Hey, you needed somebody to step up offensively, and he's a good shooter when he's got his feet set.
With the basketball, Zanesville, they get it to Luca Wood. Wood fights his way into the paint, flips it up with the left hand, rolls out of the rim, no good. The bad English on that shot in favor of the Quakers. Reed Wells into the front court, dumps it over into the right corner to Isaac Roman Willie, now back to Martini. He'll triple a little bit short, no good. Lincoln Murphy with the rebound, but it looks like a whistle and a foul on Zanesville's Jordan Cooley. So a huge triple from Lincoln Murphy after Zanesville had cut the lead to 2. Martini to inbound, left baseline into Murphy in the left corner. Lincoln works it, left sideline in front of the Quaker bench to senior point guard Reed Wells. Wells being ball hawked by C.J. Whitfield, now gets it near the top of the key to Isaac Roman Willie. He swings it over, does Isaac, right side to Jackson Martini. To Aiden Mushrush, mid-post right. He gets it in left corner, driving the baseline. Lincoln Murphy shot no good, but a whistle and a foul on Zanesville's C.J. Whitfield.
Good take by Lincoln Murphy. Just get him up in the air, take it in there. They're going to jump. Just keep it out in front of your body. Use your body for protection. You don't get the end one, but you get 2 throws.
Murphy to shoot those 2 that Phil just mentioned. The first shot up and in. Lincoln's got all 4 of the Quaker points so far here in the third quarter. 25-19 New Philly. Among those checking in for Zanesville at the dead ball, Maddox Moeller along with Solomon Norris. Murphy gets the basketball back. 2 knee-high dribbles, and he puts it up off the rim, no good. Isaac Roman Willie gets the rebound for New Philly. Boy, that's big. Throws it out to Reed, and Jackson Martini got the ball from Weed, and Jackson buries another 3 ball. 28-19 Quakers. And Zanesville, as they come into the front court, going to ask for and get a timeout. 4:10 to play. We are in the third quarter. New Philadelphia 28, Zanesville 19 with Big Z on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
On your way to catch the Quakers game and everybody's hungry, swing by Subway and score with the sub of the day. Get a fresh 6-inch sub for just $4.99, perfect for busy families on the move. From Meatball Monday to Spicy Italian Sunday, there's a favorite for every fan. For just $2 more, make it a meal with a drink, chips, or cookies. Fast break to flavor, score the sub of the day only at Subway. Proud sponsors of the player of the game. Eat fresh, feel good, and go Quakers.
New Philadelphia filled their biggest lead of the night after 2 huge threes on back-to-back possessions from Lincoln Murphy and Jackson Martini.
It sure is, you know. That 3 ball is is something that, you know, can really help your team or can really hurt your team if you fall in love with it too.
Blue Devils calling timeout. Luca Wood driving left baseline. Got it to a teammate, driving shot with the left hand, no good. Ball tipped around. Reed Wells, smallest man on the floor, with a Quaker board. As we slide past the halfway point of the third quarter, New Philly up by 9. With the win, we'll play for a district championship in Athens Wednesday night. Isaac Roman Willie cut off, needs some help, finds it in Quinn Miller. Miller dribbles to the top of the key, throws the ball back out, left of the center circle to Reed Wells. Wells to Quinn. Quinn going to drive the left baseline, puts it up with the left hand, and a whistle and an offensive foul going to be called on Quinn. That'll be, I believe, his third.
That is his third, yeah. You just got to know that guy's going to be there, and you just got to pull up and shoot a little 5, 6, 7-footer.
Zanesville inbounding. Luca Wood, their leading scorer on the season and tonight, going to bring it across midcourt. Dribbling high right. He'll be picked up by Reed Wells. Gets a screen, comes down the left side of the lane, puts it up with the left hand and in. Luca Wood. Wood's got all of Zanesville's points here in the third quarter. 5 of those, he's got 13 on the night, 28-21 New Philly. Reed Wells into the front court for New Philadelphia, off to Jackson Martini. Martini penetrates, floats it up with the right hand. Looked like he might have traveled. No call, but in the battle for the rebound, a whistle and a foul. And they're going to call that on Jackson Martini, his first. Parker Rieger going to check in for New Philadelphia to replace Quinn Miller. So it's Rieger, Lincoln Murphy, Isaac Roman Willie, Reed Wells, and Jackson Martini. 28-21. Quakers leading, 2:50 to play. We are in the third quarter. I'm Bill Morgan. He's the coach, Phil Tidrick. Luca Wood with the basketball, comes top of the key, throws it off of Jordan Cooley's hands and out of bounds into the Zanesville bench. And the look on the faces of the 4 Zanesville assistant coaches, not happy ones. Let's see if the Quakers can take advantage now of that Blue Devil turnover. Reed Wells in the backcourt, guarded by Angler. Into the front court come the Quakes. Ball goes right wing to Jackson Martini. Martini fighting his way to the free throw line, dumps it out to Lincoln Murphy. Away from the basketball, Zanesville fans screaming about something. I'm not sure what. They've got virtually every call tonight. The ball to Isaac Roman Willie. Now back to Reed Wells, who came to get it just to the right of the key. Reed going to put it on the floor, back it out near the center circle. Reed's taking good care of the basketball tonight. Gets to Lincoln Murphy. Murphy in the right corner to Parker Rieger. Rieger dumps it back to Jackson Martini. And the Quakers, using a lot of time now, will take a timeout. 1:56 to play in the third. New Philadelphia 28, Zanesville 21 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
The New Philadelphia Quakers up by 7 late in the third quarter. Division III District Semi-Final basketball from Cambridge High School on Gene Ford Court. The Midvale native having passed away several years ago after a tremendous coaching career here at Cambridge. Quakers to inbound. Parker Rieger from the right baseline looking. He's going to have to hurry. Nearly a 5-second call, and the Quakers throw it away. C.J. Whitfield going to drive in, lay it up with the right hand. No good. The rebound to Isaac Roman Willie, and a whistle and a foul on Zanesville. And Phil, we don't have one of those fancy shot charts, but I'll tell you what, Zanesville's missed a lot of shots from in close tonight.
They sure did. They sure have. And that's just, you know, the Quakers are putting pretty good ball pressure on them. And
Zanesville going to show full court pressure. Quakers break it with a pass into the front court to Lincoln Murphy. Murphy spinning into the paint. He's cut off, needs some help. Lobs it back out right side wing to Jackson Martini. Martini cut off right baseline. Finds Reed Wells. 1:32 to play in the third quarter. Quakers up by 7. Reed spinning on the dribble to the free throw line. Lobs it left wing to Lincoln Murphy. Murph into the paint, and a whistle and a foul on Zanesville. So that will put the Quakers at the line. Lincoln Murphy to shoot a pair, as that's the 5th foul on Zanesville here in the third quarter. Hey, coming up after the game tonight, Phil and I going to name a Subway Player of the Game, thanks to the Fitzgerald family-owned Subway restaurants for sponsoring our Player of the Game award. Murphy shooting 2, misses the first. 28-21 Quakes.
Sorry, Bill. Quakers got to hit their free throws. I mean, you know, so far in the game, 2 for 7 right now.
And that's not going to get it done. Murphy's second toss from the line. Off the back of the rim, that's no good. And in the battle for the rebound, somehow Jackson Martini gets pushed to the floor by 3 Blue Devils, and he's called for the foul.
Well,
a mock cheer goes up from the Zanesville fans. 1:23 to play in the third. New Philly up 28-21, but they've been stuck on that 28 number for a little bit. Here comes C.J. Whitfield, the talented 5'11 senior, crosses midcourt, directing some offensive traffic for Zanesville. Gets it to Luca Wood. Wood gonna gun a long 3. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Lincoln Murphy, the NPHS rebound. Lincoln going to put it on the floor. They'll come across midcourt. The ball nearly poked away from behind, and they credit the steal to Zanesville. C.J. Whitfield driving in. Wild shot, flipped up, no good. Whitfield, the rebound, kicks it outside. 3-point shot, that's off the rim, no good. And in the battle on the weak side for that rebound, Isaac Roman Willie had a hand on it, couldn't control it, out of bounds along the right baseline. Zanesville basketball.
Well, I tell you, I don't know if I'm watching high school basketball or NBA basketball with the amount of body contact that's going on.
A lot of contact both ways,
yes,
and not a whole lot of foul calls. Whitfield to inbound right baseline. Look, then an offensive foul going to be called on Jordan Cooley. So that's a turnover. Quakers going to get the ball back. Again, let's see if they can take advantage of a Blue Devil TO. Quakers inbounding. Murphy to Reed Wells in the backcourt. Lincoln's not real happy right now. He is an intense and a physical player. Let's see if the Quakes work it back to him. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Reed Wells standing in the center circle. Lincoln Murphy hanging out left sideline in front of the Quaker bench. 22 seconds to play. Whitfield hand checking Wells. No foul call. Now the ball to Parker Rieger. High right back to Reed. 14 seconds to go. Reed, 1 foot in the center circle, 1 outside. He penetrates, goes to the hoop, laced up with the right hand, and in Reed Wells. Wells, a huge bucket. Zanesville with the basket. Whitfield to the half-court stripe, puts up a 3-pointer, no good, as the third quarter comes to a close, and a huge drive to the bucket by Reed Wells gives New Philadelphia a 9-point advantage. Fourth quarter action coming up. New Philly 30, Zanesville 21 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back to Cambridge High School, the boys Division III district semifinal. New Philadelphia leading Zanesville 30-21. The Quakers, Phil, will have the basketball as the fourth quarter gets underway.
Yes, they will. So this is be a great opportunity. I'm sure Coach will set something up for them. They come off, have somebody come off, maybe Jackson Martini come off for a for a good look from three. Personally, I'd like to see Reed Wells take the ball to the hole again.
Wells on the floor to start quarter number 4, along with Lincoln Murphy, the junior, Isaac Roman Willie, Parker Rieger, and Jackson Martini. Murph inbounds the ball backcourt to Reed Wells, who quickly crosses the midcourt stripe, gets it, high post to Isaac Roman Willie. He'll throw it back to Reed. Reed being guarded by C.J. Whitfield. 7:45 to go in regulation. Reed penetrating into the paint, bounces it out to Rieger, left wing, and Reed came right back to get the ball back left side near the Quaker bench. Reed comes to the top of the key, gets the ball to Roman Willie, cutting into the paint. Isaac Roman Willie kisses it off the glass and in off the assist from Reed Wells. New Philly has their biggest lead of the night. It's 11. 32-21, the ball to C.J. Whitfield in the front court. He's cut off, gets to Amarius Jackson. Jackson in the corner. Moeller going to triple that shot, no good. C.J. Whitfield getting the rebound, but pushed to get position to get it, and that's his third foul.
You know, what I would really like to see, too, the Quakers are doing great, but I'd like to see him post Jackson Martini up. He's got a much smaller guy on him, and he's got pretty good post moves, so I'd love to see him post up down there. He's getting face guarded by one Moeller.
Reed Wells with the basketball, guarded by Luca Wood. Reed driving in, gets bumped and puts it off the glass and in anyway, which should have been an and one. But Reed, the bucket, the Quakers up by 13, 34-21. Reed Wells now with 6 on the night. The ball inside to Luca Wood. Wood dropped it off his knee, out of bounds. Quaker basketball.
Pretty good defense by the Quakers right there. They laid off a little bit knowing that he's got to spin. They had a little help coming back to the middle for the spin job, and they were able to knock it off his leg for a turnover.
Should New Philly win tonight, they will play for a district championship Wednesday in Athens against Marietta. The Marietta coaches here scouting this game. Quakers with the basketball. Zach Ross in his 4th year guiding this Quaker basketball program. Sees Reed Wells bounce at top of the key to Isaac Roman Willie. Over, his pass goes right side wing to Jackson Martini. Lobs it to Mush Rush, aimed to the glass and puts it off the glass and in. 36-21 Quakers, and now Zanesville going to call for timeout. And Phil will keep things here and kind of break down what's going on. The Quakers now up by 15 points as they start this fourth quarter, Coach, on a 6-0 run.
And what they're doing is they're just being very, very patient. And Zanesville, I don't want to say panic, but they're kind of getting in a big hurry defensively, trying to take some chances. And the Quakers are just remaining patient and making good passes. You know, to me, one of the big things that happened with the Quakers is at the end of the year, you know, they played against a very tough Dover team. They played against a very, very good Alliance team at the end of the year as well. And I think some of those good, tough matchups at the end of the year has really helped the Quakers here tonight. You know, they're used to being playing physical, having physical defense played against them as well, and they're just not turning the basketball over a whole bunch. So, you know, the Quakers just need to keep doing what they're doing. Don't take any chances. Make the easy pass. Come meet the pass. Coach has got timeouts left. He's got 4 timeouts left. And so if you get in any kind of trouble, you can certainly use one of your timeouts.
On the floor for NPHS, Aiden Mushrush, 6'6" senior Jackson Martini, who's had one heck of a ball game. The 6'5" sophomore Isaac Roman Willie, Lincoln Murphy, who's done a great job tonight in place of the injured T.R. Harriman, and of course, senior point guard Reed Wells. Quakers up by 15, Blue Devils with the basketball. Whitfield into the hands of Luca Wood. Wood penetrates into the paint, floats it up with the left-hand shot, no good. Jackson Martini, the rebound, and a whistle and a foul on Zanesville's Luca Wood. For Wood, his second foul, the second on Zanesville as a team here in the fourth quarter. If you're not familiar with what are no longer new high school rules, but 5 fouls on a team and a quarter puts the other team at the line to shoot 2. The ball inbounded to Jackson Martini. Bounces it backcourt to Isaac Roman Willie. The 6'2" senior. Just one of those guys, and the Quakers in trouble, and Zach Ross going to call for timeout to avoid a 10-second call. Coach, you just talked about smartly utilizing the remaining timeouts.
I mean, you still have 3 left. You know, you got 5, almost 6 minutes to go in the game. What you got to quit doing, instead of just pressuring the ball to come in, they're starting to trap it a little bit. What I'd like to see the Quakers do is when they get that ball down, I think they're going to have a 2-on-1 break or a 3-on-2 fast break. I'd love to see the Quakers finish that off with a layup.
Both teams huddled up around their respective head coaches. New Philadelphia, and of course, Zach Ross. Quakers going to have to come the length of the floor. Zanesville, of course, applying full court pressure. Lincoln Murphy inbounding, right corner to Reed Wells. Wells to Martini, now quickly to Lincoln Murphy. To Isaac Roman Willie, who dribbles toward the hoop, then pulls it back out. Quakers probably content here to run a little bit of clock, up by 15. If you're possession guy or gal, that's a 5-possession game right now, and a 5-possession, 3-point possession lead. Lincoln Murphy with the ball for New Philly. Zanesville has not scored in the quarter. Reed Wells works it over right side to Martini, who slices into the paint, needs some help, ball poked away. Luca Wood going to come up with it, and they're going to call a foul on Luca Wood. The Quaker student section on their feet, cheering the call of Jose Davis. Zanesville fans don't like that.
And I love to hear that, too, because they whine about everything.
They do.
But so do ours.
No doubt. We're all, obviously, with our own allegiances, the black and red and the Blue Devils. The foul on Wood, his third. Jackson Martini to inbound, left baseline, just to the left of the hoop. Looking, lobs it out to Isaac Roman Willie. He gets it. Isaac, just a grinder for this team. But you know what? He doesn't like the ball 35 feet away from the basket. He says, let me find Reed Wells, and he got it to him. Reed to Lincoln Murphy. Murphy driving in from the left side, tries to bounce it into Aiden Mushrush. Ball poked away. There's Isaac Roman Willie, grinding as per usual to come up with the loose ball. 4:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Quakers up by 15. Reed Wells controlling for New Philly. C.J. Whitfield picks him up. Quakers and Wells bounce it to Isaac Roman Willie. Got it to a backdoor cutting Jackson Martini, who laid it up and in. Quakers up by 17. Martini, a tremendous night for the 6'5 sophomore. And a drive to the bucket by Zanesville, a whistle and a foul on Reed Wells. Fortunately for Reed, only his second. Parker Rieger going to check in. He'll replace Aiden Mushrush. What a night for Jackson Martini. He's got 14, and the Quakers, not so coincidentally, leading by 17. Inbounding. Zanesville, front court, high left to Luca Wood. He's going to triple, and that is an air ball. Rebounded by Amarius Jackson, cut off down below the bucket. Swings it out. Now the ball rotated to Moeller. Moeller going to dribble at top of the key, give it up to Wood. Wood try to whistle a pass inside, poked away by Parker Rieger, but Whitfield of Zanesville controls. Gets to Moeller. Moeller to a cutting Zanesville teammate, putting it up and in. For the bucket was Solomon Norris. And some sweat, perspiration, something all over the floor. Somebody will come in off the Zanesville bench and clean that up. 4:02 to play in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils applying full court pressure. Still a 5-possession game midway through the fourth quarter as the Quakers inbound to Jackson Martini. Martini passes backcourt to Reed Wells, back to Jack, nearly the ball pick, but Jack got it. Comes into the front court, right corner. His quick chest pass to Isaac Roman Willie. Now Roman Willie handing off right sideline to Reed Wells. Wells dribbling with the left hand, now the right, yo-yoing on that dribble, left hand to right, now the left for the talented senior. He goes to the free throw line into the paint, bounces it out to Isaac Roman Willie. Isaac high right, his pass to Martini. Now the Quakers rotate it left sideline to Parker Rieger. Rieger into the hands of Reed Wells. 3:20 to play. Quakers up by 15. Reed Wells dribbling, dumps it in the right corner to Lincoln Murphy. Down low to Isaac Roman Willie. He powers it up, shot no good. Battle for the rebound, ball loose in the paint. Boy, the refs not calling any held balls. Zanesville comes away with the ball. C.J. Whitfield controlling. Trying to lob a pass to the left wing was Whitfield, but then a whistle and a foul on New Philadelphia's Parker Rieger, his first on the night. New Philly's second as a team here in the fourth quarter.
You know, the one thing they don't want to do is they don't want to get into Hackett and start putting Zanesville on the line.
3-point shot, no good by Luca Wood. Battle for the rebound. Bodies all over the place, and then a whistle and a foul going to be called on Jackson Martini. And not that that wasn't a foul, it was, but with all the contact they've allowed tonight, I'm not sure why suddenly that's a foul.
Good point, Bill.
38-23, Zanesville to inbound from the left baseline. Their senior guard, C.J. Whitfield, to inbound. Goes left wing to Luca Wood. He'll get it up. Give him a second. Back over to Whitfield. Whitfield dribbling right wing. Takes a look at the Philly defense. Bounces it to Moeller. Moeller to Amarius Jackson. Off to Whitfield. He'll go in the corner. Long 3-point jumper. Buried by Solomon Norris. He's got the only Zanesville points in the quarter. 5 of them. Quakers up by 12. 38-26. 2.5 to play. Quakers quickly into the front court, breaking the press. The ball in Isaac Roman Willie's hands. Now he throws it high left to Lincoln Murphy. 2:20 to play. Murph dribbles to the top of the key, throws it back to Jackson Martini. Martini off to Parker Rieger. Rieger right down the middle of the paint, had the ball slapped out of his hands on the drive by Amarius Jackson. Ball stays with the Quakers.
Good take by Parker Rieger. Hey, they're going to give him the lane. He got to get to the hole. You got to go ahead and get to the hole.
Jackson Martini inbounding, goes right wing to Lincoln Murphy. Murphy being ball hawked by Luca Wood, dribbles to the free throw line off to Martini. Jackson spinning in to the paint, throws the ball back out high left, Lincoln Murphy, and Coach Ross says, let's keep the floor spread and run the clock. Up by 12, 1:52 to play in the fourth quarter. Quakers looking for a chance to advance to the district championship game Wednesday in Athens. Reed Wells working toward the top of the key, and a whistle and a foul on C.J. Whitfield. That's his fourth. Coming up after the game tonight, Coach Tidd and I name a Subway Player of the Game. Brought to you by our local Fitzgerald family-owned Subway restaurant, Subway Eat Fresh. 1:45 to go. The Quakers up by a dozen. Jackson Martini inbounding backcourt, which you can do to Reed Wells. Wells going to put it on the floor, cross midcourt. Quakers 38, Zanesville 26, 1:36 to play. Jackson Martini with the basketball, high right. Looking for some help. He gets cut off. Throws the ball high right side to Isaac Roman Willie. Gets poked into the backcourt by Jordan Cooley. And Isaac comes into the front court. A whistle and a foul on Zanesville's Jordan Cooley. That's the 15th foul on the Blue Devils. That'll put the Quakers at the line to shoot a pair with 1:21 to play.
Well, the Quakers are 2 of 8 right now going into these 2 free throws.
Isaac at the line to shoot a pair, puts the first one up and in. That's called the reverse jinx. You've heard the broadcaster jinx. That's a reverse jinx. Coach mentioning they've struggled, and Isaac buries it.
Well, in all honesty, the odds were he was going to make at least one of these.
You got that right. 39-26 Quakers. Isaac, 3 points here in the quarter. His second shot rattling around the rim, hangs on the front of the rim and falls in. Quakers up by 14. They're going to Athens. 1:14 to play. Luca Wood with the basketball, lowers his shoulder. They haven't called that foul all night on Wood, but they call that one on the Quakers. I don't care what histrionics that Jose Davis is indicating, and Reed Wells is saying he's lowered his shoulder into us on about every drive tonight. I don't know what Mr. Davis's response was, but
that was a jump ball.
Luca Wood at the line to shoot a pair. As good as he has been, Wood tonight, that's his first point in the fourth quarter. He's got 14 to lead Zanesville scores. 40-27 New Philly. A 13-point difference in favor of the Quakes with 1:13 to play. Wood's second free throw, no good. Jackson Martini the rebound, and he gets tripped by Solomon Norris. A whistle and a foul on the Blue Devils. Quakers are 71 seconds away from their 17th win on the year. So Martini at the line, shoots it up and in. So Jackson Martini now with 15 points, misses the second free throw, rebounded by C.J. Whitfield. Quakers up 41-27, 1:06 to play. Luca Wood penetrating into the paint, and a whistle and a reach-in foul going to be called on New Philly's Reed Wells. For Reed,
that's 4.
He's got 4 fouls, and that's the 5th Quaker team foul. Something really Zach Ross didn't want then. I mean, no need to reach with a 14-point lead and about a minute to play. Wood's shot rims out, no good. So stay locked to WJER, the sports voice of the Valley, and Big Z Sports for broadcast details for Wednesday night. The second shot by Wood up and in. 41-28 Quakers. Quakers nearly get the ball stolen on Reed Wells has passed back into the inbounder, Jackson Martini. A minute to play. Quinn Miller checks in for New Philly, replacing Parker Rieger. Now Lincoln Murphy will inbound for New Philly. It's 41-28. Getting ready to inbound. Murphy looking, gets it to Reed Wells. Wells being guarded by C.J. Whitfield. Puts it on the floor, throws the ball to Quinn Miller. Miller nearly stepping on the sideline, then he did. Zach Ross saying, "Are you kidding me? You didn't make that call until Cedric Harris said, hey, he stepped on the sideline." Well, Coach Harris doing what he can do for his team, down by 13 with 53.2 seconds to play. The Quakers have on the floor with under a minute to go. Jackson Martini, Isaac Roman Willie, Parker Rieger back in, Lincoln Murphy driving in. Luca Wood lays it up with the left hand, shot no good. Jackson Martini's been outstanding tonight. He got the rebound, and Wood called for the foul. Quakers to the line to shoot 2 for Wood, his 4th foul, 46.6 seconds to play. And Martini gonna go to the line to shoot a pair. We'll hope to talk with Quaker head coach Zach Ross after the game in our post-game show. Martini with the basketball, 2 waist-high dribbles, puts it up off the rim and no good.
Boy, I sure hope Coach Ross works on shooting some foul shots between now and next Wednesday.
I'm sure he will, Coach.
Because I'll tell you what, it hadn't been very good at all, and that's going to lose you a close game.
The Zanesville fans coming to their feet for their seniors as they check out. So essentially, Coach Harris Throwing in the white towel, hugging one of those seniors, Jordan Cooley, as he comes to the sideline. Martini's second shot, that is up and in. Jackson, 4 points in the quarter, 7 in the second half, 16 for the game. He'll come to the bench, and the Quaker fans will come to their feet. Quakers up 42-28 with 46 seconds to play. Into the front court comes Zanesville. They've got the basketball, controlling Zarion Bryant. Now dumped over into the hands of Jace Hicks. Hicks works it back to Spies. Hicks, a long range. That was more than an NBA three. Shot no good. Isaac Roman Willie, the rebound. Gives it up in the backcourt to Reed Wells. And as the Quakers come toward midcourt, they'll call for time as a number of the bench, and this is simply a substitution timeout. Reed Wells comes off the floor. Will try and set the Quaker 5 coming out on the timeout. 18.7 seconds to play, and the defensive effort tonight for New Philadelphia, with 18 seconds to go, having held Zanesville under 30 points, has been tremendous. Austin Pringle inbounding backcourt to Parker Rieger. Rieger, the junior, going to cross midcourt. 12 seconds to go. Hands off to Jackson Martini. He flips it over into the hands of Isaac Wagner. 4 seconds to play. He's dribbling, and that will bring the game to a close. The New Philadelphia Quakers, in impressive fashion, knock off Zanesville to head to the district championship game on Wednesday night. Quakers 42, Zanesville 28 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uhrichsville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uhrichsville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
Hi, this is Doug Peterman. For decades, my family and I have been proud to serve Tuscarawas County with honest work and dependable service. At Peterman Plumbing and Heating, we know your home deserves more than a quick fix. It deserves solutions backed by real experience. From plumbing repairs and sewer jetting to kitchen and bath remodeling, our team brings proven skills to every project. When you call Peterman, you're getting a crew that treats your home like our own. Every single time. Peterman Plumbing and Heating. Plumbing solutions backed by experience.
Welcome into the high school basketball postgame show. New Philadelphia advancing to a district championship game. Wednesday, that'll be down at the Convo in Athens. And if they win that game, of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit there. It would be a berth in the Sweet 16. New Philadelphia led it 9-4 tonight at the end of the opening quarter. Then the two teams, the Quakes and the Blue Devils, would battle to a 12-12 deadlock in the second quarter, leaving New Philadelphia with that 5-point advantage at 21-16 going into the third quarter. New Philly would come out and in a key start to the third quarter would outscore Zanesville 6-0 and would end up outscoring the Blue Devils 9-5 overall in the period to take a 9-point lead into the fourth quarter, and the Quakers really dominated that fourth quarter of play, a 12-7 advantage as they would finish with an impressive 14-point win over a solid Zanesville team tonight. Coming up a little bit later on during the post-game show, Coach Tidd and I will name a Subway player of the game. Subway Eat Fresh. Quakers improving to 17-6 on the year, and in that district championship game, much like tonight's contest, They'll face a team they have already played in the regular season and a team they already beat in the regular campaign in Marietta. Quakers winning 42-28 tonight on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
At Newtown Mall, it's a great time anytime. Sure, we've got shopping, lots of it, but did you know we're also your local entertainment hub? From exciting events to fun-filled childcare services and a versatile event space, there's always something happening. Stay in the loop, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit newtownmall.com. Newtown Mall, your destination for shopping, events, and more.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Feeling uneasy about your finances? Your credit union can help. I'm Katie Steinebry, a certified financial counselor at Dover Philly, and I can help you get back on track financially. Whether you are trying to establish a budget or rebuild credit, I can help. All discussions are confidential and free of charge with your credit union membership. Call Dover Philly today at 330-364-8874 and ask for Katie. At Dover Philly Federal Credit Union, we're people helping people. It's how we thrive together. Join us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
New Philadelphia celebrating a Division III district semifinal win tonight as they use a dominant second half to knock off Zanesville 42-28. Time now to name our Subway Player of the Game, brought to you by our great locally owned Fitzgerald family, Subway Restaurants, Subway, Eat Fresh, and sophomore Jackson Martini. Phil, our Subway Player of the Game tonight. He played great, not only scoring, but on the glass as well.
Yeah, he had a great game. For a sophomore, he's kind of figuring it out that, hey, I'm 6'5", I got a big body, I can take the ball to the hole, and I jump well, so I can get in and rebound the heck out of it. And that's what he did. That's what the whole Quaker team did. The boards were 27-11 in favor of the Quakers, which is a big part of it.
Yeah, a 16 rebound advantage, certainly very impressive, Coach.
It sure was.
It's all a part of our post-game show where New Philadelphia wins it tonight by the final score of 42-28. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up. New Philly picking up their 17th win of the season and advancing to the district championship game on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans.
Learn more about First Federal Community Bank at firstfed.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
To be a success in basketball, it takes a team effort, a smart coach, a take-charge starting lineup, and cooperation. And the same is true when it comes to insurance. Your local insurance agents, Nathan and Don Kemp, and the team at Kemp Insurance are dedicated to providing a strong lineup of plans for a winning future. Let Kemp Insurance provide you with all-star coverage for your auto, home, farm, business, and life. For a secure financial future, get the winning team at Kemp Insurance on your side. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years. East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
On your way to catch the Quakers game and everybody's hungry, swing by Subway and score with the sub of the day. Get a fresh 6-inch sub for just $4.99, perfect for busy families on the move. From Meatball Monday to Spicy Italian Sunday, there's a favorite for every fan. For just $2 more, make it a meal with a drink, chips, or cookies. Fast break to flavor, score the sub of the day only at Subway. Proud sponsors of the player of the game. Eat fresh, feel good, and go Quaker.
The New Philadelphia Quakers certainly with an impressive district semifinal win tonight as they knock off Zanesville 42-28. Happy to be joined by Quaker head coach Zach Ross. Coach, really it seemed like especially in the second half, you guys continued to do well defensively. Phil and I were talking near the end of the game to hold a Zanesville team to 28 points. I'm sure you've got to be happy tonight.
Yeah, defensively I thought we were really good. Thought we were really gritty. More than anything, though, I think the hard thing with them, and I told you before the game, I thought our defense was going to be good early, but their ability to offensive rebound really scared me, and I thought we rebounded the heck out of the basketball. I don't know how many rebounds Jackson Martini had, but he was all over the place. It felt like on the glass. Our guys did a good job of taking the report and executing it. It goes on them. I got the easy job. I can just watch film and write down what we're supposed to do, but them executing it right there is ultimately gives a lot of credit to those guys.
Coach, you mentioned rebounding. I think Phil had the numbers at 27 Quaker rebounds to just 11 for Zanesville.
That makes me really happy. That makes me very happy. We write down a key for the game is the rebounding war, because I don't want to just write rebounding, because ultimately when you get to tourney time, you get to the districts, it's going to come down. It's a war. When the ball goes up, it's going to who wants it more. You can work on technique. Sometimes it's just going to who wants the ball more, and I thought our guys did a great job of that tonight.
I don't know how many second chance rebounds Zanesville got, but it seemed like between Aiden and Jackson, you guys were all over the defensive glass, especially tonight.
Yeah, that was the key. We got to limit them to one shot. We had some adversity early with Reed and Lincoln each picking up a foul, and we knew if there was going to be a tight whistle, it's going to be hard because those guys just put their head down. They got a burst, and they go and they throw some stuff up. Parker Rieger came in, a credit to that kid and who he is as an individual and how high character he is. Doesn't get much tick off and on. He's a great teammate every day in practice. He gives his best effort. He knows the scouting report inside and out when a lot of kids in this day and age would just bail out and think about something else. And his number got called tonight, and Parker I thought was phenomenal defensively. Also hit a big three for us right there, which was huge. And that's a credit to who he is and why he's going to be so successful in his life.
Coach, I know your fan club is down on the floor. We've got to let you go here in a second. But
it's not a very big fan club.
It's pretty. Listen, there's so many people in the Ross family. Just if we count them alone, you're in pretty good shape.
That is true.
You got the president of your fan club to my left, Noah Ross.
Noah Ross is up here. He's going to give me some tips, I'm sure. He's going to work on our free throw shooting.
Now he's the free throw shooting coach, no doubt. The opponent coming up down in Athens will be a team you saw earlier in the year in Marietta. Your thoughts there as we wrap up?
Really good team, really well coached. They do a lot of outstanding things. Obviously, we played them. They were missing 2 of their top 6. But we also found a way to win. That just because they're adding 2 people doesn't mean they just all of a sudden add points. That means it's less shots for some of the other guys. And they'll have a good game plan for us. I'm excited for these guys that they get to go down and play at OU against a really quality team. And looking forward to getting to work tomorrow morning, Bill.
Coach, we appreciate it. Congratulations to you and the team.
Yep, thank you guys for everything. Appreciate it.
42-28, New Philadelphia winning tonight. Time now to check our post-game numbers for tonight in New Philadelphia's 17th win on the year. Coach Tidrick ready to check out both those team and individual numbers right now. Phil?
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill. In the second half for the Blue Devils are 3 of 10 inside the arc. 1 of 9 from behind the arc. They were 4-19, 21% from the floor in the second half. For the game, the Blue Devils, 5 of 17 inside that three-point line, 29%. 4 of 19 behind the arc, 21%. 9 of 36, 25% from the floor for the game. 6 of 9 from the free throw line, 67%. For the Quakers, second half, 5 of 8 inside that arc, 62%, 2 of 3 behind it. They were 7 of 11 from the floor in the second half. For the game, the Quakers shot 12 of 22, 55% from the two-point land. 4 of 9 behind the arc, 44%. 16 of 31, 52%. That's really good shooting. Now the next thing is something the Quakers and Coach Ross knows. It's 6 of 14, 43%. To me, that's really only downer that the Quakers had here tonight. The Quakers out-rebounded the Blue Devils 27-11. They did have 2 more turnovers, 11-9, but they had 9 assists to 3 assists for the Blue Devils.
We're in the middle of our Kemp Insurance post-game stat report, brought to you by Don and Nathan Kemp at Kemp Insurance. Phil, let's go ahead and jump in to those individual numbers in tonight's big Quaker win.
You betcha. For the Blue Devils, they were led in scoring by their leading scorer, 5'11" junior Luca Wood. He had 3 two-point goals, 1 3-point goal, and 6 throws, 15 points. Next in line was Solomon Norris, had a 2 and a 3 in the second half for 5. Jace Hicks had a 3 in the first half for 3. Jordan Cooley hit a triple in the first half for 3. And their second leading scorer, averaging 13 points a game, C.J. Whitfield, was held to 2 points on the evening. For your victorious New Philadelphia Quakers. The New Philadelphia Quakers were led in scoring by our Subway player of the game. That would be 6'5" sophomore Jackson Martini. 4 2-point goals, 2 2-point goals, 2 throws, 16 points. Led the Quakers 7 boards. Led the Quakers 4 assists. Pretty good evening for a 6'5" sophomore. Next in line, you had Aiden Mushrush, 3 of 3 from the field, and 1 throw for 7 points. He also had 7 boards on the evening. You had Reed Wells, who had 3 2-point buckets for 6 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. You had Isaac Roman Willie, who had 2 buckets, 2 throws for 6, 4 boards, 2 assists. You had Lincoln Murphy, who hit a big triple and a throw in the fourth quarter for 4, 5 boards. Quinn Miller played a pretty good game, a couple of rebounds and an assist. You had Parker Rigger come off the bench, hit a triple in the first half for 3. He also had a rebound. You know, all in all, Bill, the Quakers did what they had to do, especially defensively. That was as good a defensive effort as I've seen from the Quakers all season long. And that's going to have to continue if they want to go on and win the district and win a district championship.
That is our Kemp Insurance post-game stat report, brought to you by Don and Nathan Kemp at Kemp Insurance. Certainly thanks to everybody involved. Jaron from Claxon Communications for doing what he does behind the scenes. Always a great job from Jaron, my color analyst, and stat man, Phil Tidrick. And most of all, thank you for listening tonight. The Quakers roll over Zanesville 42-28. I'm Bill Morgan, and I'll see you at a game.
You've been listening to New Philadelphia Quaker Basketball with Big Z Sports on WJER from the Republic State Mortgage Mobile Studio. Special features in tonight's game included the Dover Philly Heating and Cooling Tip-Off, the Wendy's starting lineup, the national anthem brought to you by First Federal Community Bank, the Wood Electric Coaches Corner Show, the Commercial and Savings Bank Keys to the Game, the Kemp Insurance Stat Report, the McInturf Realty Halftime Show, and the Subway Player of the Game. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Newtown Mall, Dover Break, Dover Philly, your credit union, Time and Charm, Hua Refinishing, and your local Lewis Family McDonald's restaurants. For the best coverage of Quaker basketball all season long, there is only one Big Z Sports on WJER, the sports voice of the Valley.